today, the muscle of the day is the psoas muscle. And that's psoas with a P, S-O-A-S, psoas. It's a Greek word meaning loin, and it's a really important muscle. It's responsible for the connection of your torso to your legs. And when this muscle is not working well, it can lead to back pain, it can lead to hip pain, it could lead to leg pain, and it also can lead to digestive problems, and I'll tell you why. So the psoas connects from the back. If you can, I hope everybody can see this. So you've got the lower vertebra in your back from the T12 down here. So it's a big muscle like this. And then it comes around to the front. So from back here, it comes around to the front and crosses over the sacrum area here and attaches to the femur. So that's how your legs get attached to your body. And this muscle also attaches with fascia to your diaphragm, because your diaphragm's up here and the muscle's right here, right beneath it. So because it attaches to your diaphragm, every time you breathe, that muscle is moving. And every time that muscle is moving, it's moving your diaphragm. Really interesting muscle here, and we're going to feel it today. And
And tomorrow.
So I want you to feel it now. If you will come onto your backs to start with, and we're going to breathe on our backs, but I'm also going to get you to feel the muscle when you're on your backs. So come onto your backs and bend your knees for a moment. And it's really good to know where this muscle is, because then when you do the practice today, you'll think about it and you'll be able to know what's happening with your body. So if you're on your backs with your knees bent, this muscle is coming from, your backbone crossing over your hip area. So when you go 2 inches below your navel and then 2 inches to whatever direction you want to go in, right or left, and push really hard in that area, all through all the flesh. It's a big muscle, so it's there. Now, when you lift whatever leg you're trying to find the muscle on, lift that foot off the mat, and you might be able to feel that muscle contract, and then put it back down, and then lift it, and then put it back down. So that's what this muscle is doing. Every time you move your legs, that muscle is working for you. Can you feel it? Yeah. It's there somewhere. So it's at a diagonal 2 inches down and 2 inches over, connecting your hip to your femur. All right. So while we're on our backs, we're just going to do our breathing on our backs. So get comfortable. You can extend your legs. You can keep them bent. You can do whatever makes you comfortable so that you can concentrate on your breath as we do our deep breathing. And now that you know about your psoas muscle, when you inhale, you can feel your diaphragm contract, and maybe you can feel it work with that muscle every time you breathe in really deeply. And when you breathe out, focus on the breath, go deeper every time, slow, even, long and full breaths. Breathing in, I know I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I breathe out tension. Breathing in, I'm calm. I breathe out agitation. Breathe in joy. Breathe out sorrow. Breathe in gratitude. Breathe out selfishness. Breathe in and be aware of the moment. Breathe out and know that this is a wonderful moment. Couple more really deep breaths. Okay, please bring your breathing back to normal, and then please come seated facing me. Take your time. And let's please take a deep breath in together and Om in. Om. Om Balu Satguru Bhagavan Ki, the divine is the inner teacher. And I want to thank you, Sue, for being here in this class tomorrow when you get the recording. Okay, please come on your backs again, head facing toward me this time. And we'll start with some work with our leg lifts. So this is directly, your psoas muscle is directly working with what we're about to do here. Okay, so start with bent knees. Extend your left leg long on the mat. Keep your right knee bent. Right now, your back is relaxed, okay? And you have a little bit of space between your low back and the mat. You're gonna push that space out of your back by pushing your back into the mat, and you lift your right leg so the sole of the foot is up toward the ceiling. So right now, your back is flat on the mat and the psoas muscle is working now. You just lifted your leg and that psoas muscle contracted. Take a deep breath, keep your back pushed into the mat, and we're gonna lower our leg on the count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your lower back. Bring your right knee bent again. Push the back into the mat, lift your right foot up toward the ceiling, inhale, and keep your low back pushed in and lower your leg on the count of 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your back, release your belly, rebend your right knee. Push the back into the mat, lift your foot up toward the ceiling, inhale, exhale on the count of 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release everything, pause. You notice how much more work you have to do when your leg is coming slowly down. Rebend the knee, push the back into the mat, foot goes up toward the ceiling, inhale, exhale, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Okay, one last time. Bend the knee, push the back in, lift the leg, inhale, exhale, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Bend both knees, hug knees into the chest, release your spine. And then, of course, we have to do the opposite leg. So bring your feet to the mat. Right leg is extended. Start with your neutral spine and then push the back into the mat. Lift your left leg, sole of the foot pointing to the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, coming down. 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep that back pushed into the mat. 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Think about what that psoas is doing as you bend the left knee, push the back into the mat, and straighten the leg up to the ceiling and lower on 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Rebend. Push the back in. Raise the left foot. Lower. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Once again, rebend. Back gets pushed into the mat. Leg gets lifted and lowered. 9. Keep the back pushed in. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. And one last time, rebend the knee. Foot goes to the ceiling, back goes to the mat. Inhale, exhale. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Bend both knees, hug them into your chest. And then roll right over on to your bellies. And you can prop yourself with your left arm in front of you. If everybody can see, I hope everybody can see. And then take your right hand and reach back and see if you can grab your ankle. And then just relax here. So if you want to use a strap here, you can use a strap. Everybody here looks like you're doing fine. So you're not trying to lift your leg off the mat. You're just bending at the knee, stretching your quadriceps here. This is what Jimmy tore, this big muscle in the front of your leg. Release. Switch. Grab the left ankle, bring it in as close to your bottom as you can. Keep your knee down. And then feel the flexion of that quad muscle. Okay. Release that. Now, do what you can here. See if you can bend both knees and then grab both ankles. So if you can, it's fine. If not, just bend the knees and don't grab the ankles. You'll get some of the same benefit. So you feel the quad stretch here. If you now, okay, well, that's good. That's good.
Oh,
Okay. Audio effects are good. And now see if you can kick the feet into the hands, and if you want to lift your knees off the mat. So stretch like a bow, like a bow. Your chest is up. Your arms are the string of a bow. There you go. Yeah. Okay. Come on down. Release. Oh, yeah. I wish you guys could hear all this. You may be able to. Okay. Let's come on. Let's come on up to table position. Grabbing your knee pads is needed. Right now, tuck your toes, walk your feet to the right, both feet, and then look over your right shoulder. So you're feeling your left side open a little bit. And then walk your feet back to center and continue walking to the left and look over the left shoulder. Good. And now walk your feet back to the center. Inhale with a flat back. Exhale, sit back towards your heels into a childlike pose. You're not going to stay here. Inhale through your nose very slowly as you come back to table position. Exhale, come into your cat. Tuck the tail, toes, chin, arch your back, push the mat away so you can feel your spine open. Inhale through your nose, making every breath last as you drop your belly down. Push your shoulders back, come into your cow pose, good. And then exhale, sit all the way back to your heels toward a child pose. Inhale back to table. Exhale, lift your right arm out to the side and twist up toward the ceiling. Twisted table. That hand comes down. Walk your both feet once again to the right. Look over your right shoulder. Feet goes back to center and walk them to the left. Look over the left shoulder. And then feet come back to the center. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your right knee into your chest, tuck your chin and bring your nose to your knee. And just pause here for just a moment with your foot off the mat. And then kick your leg straight back out behind you and come into your balancing table, engaging your core muscles. So all the while, every time you move that leg, and both legs, you're flexing that all-important psoas muscle. And now you can see why, if it's out of whack, your back can hurt, your hips can hurt. And because of the relation to your diaphragm, it can cause digestive issues as well. One more breath here, and then the hand comes down, the knee comes in. Now, dog leg the knee out to the side, right knee out to the side, dog leg. Straighten the leg, and then we'll do some leg lifts, toe touches. So bring the toe down to the mat, and then up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And then this time you're going to leave the foot down. Good. Push into your hands and come on up with your arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. So your toe is now pointing forward. Bring your left hand onto your hip. The right arm is going to come by your ear as you lean into your hip, your hand. Push into the foot to help to stretch. And then come back upright. Bring your right hand into the hip crease of the extended leg, left arm beside the ear. And now we're going to lean over. Oh, sorry, point your toes away from you first, and then we'll lean over. Yeah, good. So your toes don't have to be down. They can be up if you like. And if it bothers you to point them away from you, you can keep them forward. This is called gate pose, Padikasana. So now turn your head and look up underneath your arm and feel how just by doing that, your shoulder comes back a little bit more. Can you feel that? No comment. Inhale, both arms up, point your toes forward. Exhale, bring your hands down. Good. And now keep walking your foot forward. We're going to come into lizard pose now. So walk your foot so that it's forward of your head. And then use your blocks here, if you like, to come onto your forearms into a lizard pose. So your knee is someplace around near your shoulder, and your foot is forward of your head. And I say that's important because you don't want to put too much angle in this knee joint because there'll be too much pressure for it. And then relax. You can stay up on your hands here if you like, or go up on your blocks even. So we're stretching out the hip flexors, including the all-important psoas. Please push back up and walk your foot back all the way around. Come back into table pose. Square up your back. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, sit back towards your heels. Inhale very slowly through your nose as you come back up to table. Exhale, tuck your toes, chin and tailbone into your cat pose. Bring the belly up. Inhale through the nose, drop your belly down, untuck everything and push your shoulders back, head forward. Exhale slowly through the nose, going all the way back to your heels. Remember, every time you inhale and exhale, you want to do slowly so you can feel your psoas moving in with your diaphragm. Inhale back up to table. Exhale as you take your left arm, twist it up toward the ceiling. And then that left hand comes down. Walk your feet to the right, look over your right shoulder. Back to center, and then walk your feet to the left, look over the left shoulder. Back to center, inhale, exhale, left knee comes into your chest, bend the knee, bring your nose to the knee, tuck your chin, and just stay here in this flexion for a breath or two. And then inhale as you kick that leg back behind you and come into your balancing table on this side. Breathe, really engage your core muscles here, level the hips, keep your arm and leg parallel to the mat, really good. Looks great. One more long, slow breath. Good. And then bring the hand down, knee comes in, dog leg it out to the left side. So straighten the leg now, perpendicular to your body. Yeah, good. We're gonna do toe touches now. Touch the toe down and lift the leg down and up. Feel your hips here and your glutes down and up, down and up, and your psoas down and up, down and up. And this time we're going to leave it down. Plant the foot, toes pointing forward, line it up with your knee, push into your hands, come on up. Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute. Right hand on right hip, lean over and push into your hip with your hand to support you. And then pull up, and then this left hand comes into the hip crease, right arm goes up, and then lean over this way, and turn your head and look up and feel what that does to your shoulder. See if it helps keep that shoulder back. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, if you want to turn your toes away from you, you can here. It's not imperative, it just gives a different stretch to the groin area. Okay, both arms back up. If you turn your toes, foot comes forward, inhale, exhale, hands down. Knee comes in. Go far back on your mat now so that you can walk your hands forward. We're gonna do a puppy pose, which means your bottom stays into the air. Walk your hands as far forward as your sticky mat will allow. And then keep your butt in the air. Let your chest melt down toward the mat. It won't touch. Your head will go between your arms. Let it relax between your arms. It doesn't touch down, or it can, but it doesn't have to. But you want your neck relaxed here. Now, spread your fingers wide and put pressure in every finger pad so that you have a teeny little puff of ball of air underneath the center of your palm. Squeeze your forearms toward each other and feel how that rolls your shoulders out. Yeah, good, good, good. All right, so this is the top half of a downward dog. A couple of breaths here. It's a big, big shoulder opener, back lengthener. All right, now please push back the table, walk your hands in. And now we will tuck our toes and come into a downward facing dog. So remember what you just did with your upper body. Spread the fingers wide. Weight in every finger, so that helps take weight off your wrist. Squeeze the forearms together, roll the shoulders out, bend your knees so your hips go way up in the air. Nice long spine, your head is just relaxing between your arms and your belly is going toward your thighs. Nice long line between the top of your head to the tip of your tailbone. And I'll bend the knees, walk the feet up to the hands, bend the knees as much as you need to get up there. And then once you're here, pause in this forward fold. Your knees can be very bent here. And if you want to start straightening your legs here a little bit, you can. Whatever feels good for your hamstrings right now. And then very slowly rise on up. Inhale, reach up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. And Tadasana, mountain pose. Shoulders down, chest open. Head right on top of the shoulders. Belly in. Active rest. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring your palms together. Inhale, reach up with your fingertips. Exhale, crescent to the right. Keep the shoulder back. Maybe look up a little bit. And then inhale back to center. Exhale into your chair pose. I heard that. Mine do that too. I'm assuming that was a joint. Inhale, open the arms. Exhale, twist to the right. Left hand goes on the leg, right arm behind you. Reach, 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 reach. Slowly back forward into chair. Hands on your thighs, straighten your legs, flatten your back, and push the shoulders back as you push your head forward. So your body's now in an L shape. Inhale here. Exhale, bend the knees, fold all the way down. Hands can come on to your mat here because we're going to take our left hand and grab our right ankle. Both knees are bent now. The right arm is going to go out to the side and up to the ceiling as you straighten the right leg. Keep the left knee bent. And it doesn't have to come all the way straight. Bring the right hand to the outside of the ankle. Robert, yeah, good, like that. Okay, rebend both knees, come forward back into your chair. And then all the way back up, inhale. Exhale, arms to the T. Anjali Mudra. Inhale up. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, push up with the fingertips. Exhale, crescent left. Maybe look up underneath your arm. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. So now look down and make sure you can see just the tops of your toes so your weight is distributed properly in this chair pose. Tailbone is down, you're not overarching your back here. Inhale, open arms in the T. Exhale, twist to the left. So your right hand now comes on the left leg, left hand reaches up behind you. And now come forward to the chair. Hands on thighs, straighten the legs, flatten the back, push the shoulders back. Think about long spine here. Inhale, exhale, bend the knees, bring your hands down. Right hand grabs the left ankle. Both knees are bent. And then as you lift your left arm out to the side and up to the ceiling, your left leg will straighten, your right knee stays bent. And then rebend the knee, both knees, come back up through chair. Good. And then all the way back up, inhale. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. And Tadasana, mountain pose. Active rest. Okay. If you want to use blocks for this next movement, please grab them, have them handy. And if you want, we're going to be on our knee a little bit. So if you want to use knee padding, have that handy as well. Okay. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chair pose. Pause a couple more breaths here. This is a really, really good pose for a lot of your muscles, including the psoas. Inhale, exhale, hands come down the mat or blocks beside the feet. If you're using blocks, put them beside your feet, not in front of the feet. And then step your right leg back and then bring your right knee down onto the mat or padding. Okay, so your left knee is lined up over the ankle here. I think I'll get my padding too. And then we're going to get light in our fingertips here and come up to Anjaneyasana. Good. So right now, you feel the stretch here in this right leg area. I hope that's your psoas that's stretching, as well as your quads. And then the left leg, the psoas is contracting, as well as your quads. Inhale, open arms. Exhale, twist to the left. Bring your hands together into your heart and hook your right elbow outside the knee. All right, this is going to take some concentration. So tuck your right toes, lift your right knee, keep your twist. Find a balancing point in front of you now, and then slowly bring your arms in front into your high lines. It's a balancing issue, so be careful. It's definitely a balance and strength and everything else. Okay, hands come down to blocks or mats. Step back to a full plank. You can use your blocks here if you like. We're going to go into upward facing dog, so you can put your knees down or not, but your chest comes between your arms. Push your shoulders back, chest forward, and then downward facing dog. So from here, you can either walk up to your hands or kick your right leg up behind you and swing it up between your hands, or pick it up and move it there somehow. Step your left foot up next to the right. And slowly come on up. Inhale. Exhale, onto T. Anjali Mudra. Tadasana, mountain pose. And breathe, rest. Okay. Ready? Inhale up. Exhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Breathe, big, long, deep breath. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale here. Exhale, left foot steps back. And then the left knee comes down, patting it accordingly. Line up your right knee over the ankle. And then come on up to your Anjaneyasana. So the further back your left knee is, the more of a stretch you're going to feel in that femur, in that quad. Open arms in a T. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Hands come together, elbow locks on the outside of the leg into a twist. Okay, so you know what's coming up. So prepare yourself here. Engage your muscles. First, just lift the knee, lift the left knee. That's the first thing you do. And then slowly bring your gaze forward so you have a focal point, and then slowly twist your body into your high lunge. I won't be here long. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Excellent. Step back to plank. Upward facing dog, knees up or down. Downward dog. From here, walk up to your hands or lift your left leg up behind and swing it up between your hands. And then step up with your right. And slowly come on up. Inhale. Exhale. Anjali T. Anjali Mudra. And Tadasana. Rest for a few breaths here. Think about your breath. Be aware of your breath. Be aware of your body. Be aware of your posture. Your head's right above the shoulders, not sticking forward. Belly in, shoulders back, chest open. Breathe. Breathe in joy. Breathe in gratitude. Breathe in the wonderful moment. We're going to balance now. Well, that as if that wasn't balancing, but this is a one-legged balance. And we're going to use our psoas muscle for this. So it's going to look like this. We're going to do some kicks with our leg. So stand on whatever leg you want to do, and then we're going to just kick our leg. You can do whatever you want with your balancing arm, okay? So just kick one leg, karate kick. So you're moving the psoas muscle every time you do that. And you balance yourself with your opposite hand. And then after 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 times, you're going to hold that leg or grab the toe, or just hold the leg up and balance. Whichever you choose, it's going to be a lot of work for you. I mean, good work. Good. All right. Whenever you've had enough, bring that foot down, shake your body out, and go to the opposite side. Find your focal point. Don't pay attention to anybody else but yourself. And don't forget to breathe. Whenever you're ready, start your karate kicks. Make sure you focus on something. Opposite hand can do anything you want. This is just priming you right now, moving that psoas every time. And then when you're ready, you're going to stick it, either grab the toe or the calf, or just stick your leg out, whatever suits you. Good, everybody. Release. Shake all that out. Good. Now that we got that over with, please come back to the mats. Have blocks handy if you're going to use them beside your feet. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the knees, fold, hands on blocks or mat beside the feet. Inhale here. Exhale, step your left foot back. Good. And then plant your left heel down. And then come into warrior one. Yes, good. Okay, straighten your front leg. Bend the front knee. Straighten. And then rebend. Straighten. And rebend. Pause here. Then your warrior one. Think about weight on the outside edge of the back foot. If you don't have weight in it, shorten your stance. Bring the foot up. Think about moving the left hip forward, pushing the right femur back into the hip socket. Tailbone, think about pushing it down toward your back heel. Maybe you can feel a little release in your lower back. You don't want to overarch your low back here. Okay, good. Okay, now we're going to windmill our arms open, step the back foot in line with our front foot into our warrior two. Good. So the front knee is bent, heel is in line with the back ankle, tailbone down, belly in, and then the shoulders come down the back. You turn your head looking forward. Good. Belly in. So actually, that reminds me, the psoas also helps you hold your belly muscle in. And a condition of a weak psoas is having too much of an arch in your back and a protruding belly. I don't know what reminded me of that. Okay. All right. We're going to straighten the front leg, shift our hips to the back, and windmill to a triangle pose with your left arm up, right arm down. Yeah, isn't that what I said?
Left arm up.
Is that your left arm? What arm is that?
Right.
Okay, that's what it is then. Okay. And then come back to warrior two with the front knee bent. Good, 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 good. Okay, take your hands behind your back. Lace your fingers, pull your hands away, and then bow forward with the inside shoulder coming into the front leg. Other shoulder to other leg. So you want your front shoulder coming to inside of the front leg. That's the front leg, yeah.
That's shoulder.
Yeah.
That's shoulder.
No, a right shoulder.
Yeah, 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 there you go. You got it.
Good job.
Okay. And now unclasp your hands, bring them down to the mat, and then walk your hands to the front of your mat, pivot onto your back toes so you're in your high lunge. Oh, I'm sorry. I got your right and left mixed up with mine. Okay, from here, step back to plank. Upward facing dog. Downward dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, swing it up between the hands. And step up with the right. Slowly come on up. Inhale. Exhale, onto the T. Onto the mudra. And Tadasana. Okay, one more side, and then it's all downhill. Inhale up. Exhale, bend and fold. Step your right foot back. Plant your right heel so that we're going to come into warrior one. So once again here, think about putting weight into the back foot. If that's not possible, you might want to try moving the foot closer to the front. You want the front knee bent, but not over the ankle. Tailbone down, chest open, warrior one. Breathe. Okay, windmill to warrior two. Stepping the back leg in. And now I know you guys can't see me, but that's okay because you already did this on one side, so you know what you're doing. So the front knee is bent over the ankle. Tailbone down, head's turned forward to look above your middle finger of your front hand, palm down. Yeah, bring the shoulders down your back, belly in. And now we're going to front leg. You're going to straighten, shift the hips to the back and come into triangle. So the front hand rests on the front leg. The back hand is up to the ceiling. And then come back to warrior two. Good. Now swing back to warrior one. Good. Straighten the front leg. Rebend. Straighten. Rebend. Straighten. Rebend. Straighten. Rebend. Okay. Now from here, we'll do the humble warrior. Last time we did it from warrior two, we're going to do it from warrior one. Just as easy. Clasp your hands behind you, bow forward to the front leg. So the front shoulder comes to the inside of the front leg. In fact, humble warrior in this position with your feet sometimes gives more stability. Hands come down to the mat on either side of the front foot, pivot onto the back toes. Step back to plank. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, swing it up between the hands or pick it up and put it there. And step up with the opposite foot. Slowly come on up. Inhale. Exhale, arms in the T. Anjali Mudra. And Tadasana. Mountain pose. Inhale up. Exhale, bend the knees, fold. Step back to downward facing dog. And finally bring your knees to the mat. Sit back to child pose. Bring your bottom as close to your heels as you can, comfortably. This is supposed to feel good. Rest your head on something, mat, hands, block, bolster, and then relax. And the wider your knees apart are, it's a little easier to get your bottom down and your chest down. Okay, please push up. And then come onto your backs with your head facing toward me. Grab a block. Or if those of you at home don't have a block, you can use a wall or you can use a pillow. We're gonna put sacrum underneath of our block and then raise the legs up to the waterfall position. And again, if you're at home and you don't have a block, you can do this with your legs up against the wall or put a pillow or bolster some sort of something underneath your sacrum to allow you to raise your legs and feel good and comfortable here. And slow down your breath and think about your breath. As you inhale, feel your diaphragm contract. Feel how it massages your organs and works with that psoas muscle every time you breathe. Please lower your legs, lift your hips, and remove the block. Keep your knees bent, have your feet about hip width distance apart and about a hand and a half length away from your bottom, approximately. You'll adjust accordingly when we do this bridge pose. So flatten your spine and then push into your feet. Your hands are by your sides. Push into your feet and roll your spine up so that you rest the weight on the tops of your shoulders. Maybe tuck your shoulders in when you get up here. So your throat is closed off now. Your chest is going toward your chin. Do not move your head in this position. If you would like, you can take your hands beneath of you and clasp your fingers together and push them into the mat. Push the pinkies into the mat, and that sometimes helps you get a deeper bridge here. Push your knees away from you as you push your spine up. If you have your hands clasped, unclasp them and roll your spine down one vertebra at a time. And then take the hands to the tops of your thighs. Push your legs away as you push your low back into the mat as a release here. And now walk your feet together so that your knees can fall out to the sides and the soles of the feet touch each other. Bring your arms in a T. And then just relax here and let gravity do its job of opening the groin area, gently massaging the groin, the psoas muscle. Okay, please slowly bring your knees together. Now take your right ankle and place it on your left thigh. So your left knee is bent, and your right ankle's crossed onto your left thigh. And now your arms are still in a T, palms facing up. You're going to roll on to your left hip. So your right foot is going to be brought down on the left side of your body, and your bottom leg is bent. Both knees are bent here. If you can, keep your shoulders down. Turn your head to look to the right. Okay, keep your right foot ankle on the left leg as you come your legs back to center and your head comes back to center. So you're back in that number 4 shape with your legs. Your right ankle is on your left thigh. Okay, now roll on to the right hip. So your knees don't have to touch down, but the purpose of this, and you may not go very far, but your right ankle is giving leverage to your left leg in this twist. And then now your head's going to turn to look to the left. So if that's not comfortable for you, just take your ankle off the leg. Just have both knees separate. Okay, head comes to center, legs come to center, uncross. Now cross left ankle on the right thigh. And first we're going to go to the right hip. So you're going to roll onto your right hip. The left foot's going to come down on the right side. Both knees are bent. Turn your head to look to the left. Okay, inhale back to head goes to center, legs go to center. And now we're going to roll on to the left hip, using the left ankle as leverage on the right leg. Turn your head to look to the right. Again, if this is not comfortable for you, you can uncross your legs and just have your knees bent to the side. Okay, head comes back to center. Knees come to center, unwind everything. Hug both knees into your chest. And prepare for Shavasana. David, maybe you can help me dim the lights. Can you help me dim the lights? Focus on your breath. Slow down your breathing. Be in the moment. Breathe in awareness of your body. Breathe out tension. Breathe in joy. Breathe out sorrow. Breathing in your calm. Breathe out agitation. Breathe in gratitude. Breathe out selfishness. Breathe in contentment. Breathe out grief. Breathing in, I am in the moment. Breathing out, I know this is a wonderful moment. Please bring your awareness back to your breath and your body. Make small movements with your hands and your feet to gently wake up your body. Please bend your knees and roll onto your right side in a fetal position to seal the practice. And now, please, keeping a quiet mind, push up to seated. Please join me with the closing chant. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. Victory to the Cat Rock Yoga class and to the inner teacher. Jai Shri Satguru Maharaj Ki Jai. Knuckles to my forehead, honors God. Knuckles to my chin, honors you. Knuckles to my heart, honors myself. Namaste. Jai Yogis.